This is Adam Gorney with the Rival Signing Day show, back with Louisville head coach Jeff Brohm, and that feels right. It feels good to say that back home. What's it been like? Just the reception you've gotten, and your own personal feeling about being the Louisville coach now.
Well, I'm really excited to coach this football team and get back to my hometown and my university that I went to, and just a lot of people that really care about the program that I know and that I've been a part of my life. That I want to make sure I do my part to help this football team win and get better. And so that's been really good to see some of those faces. Obviously, it's been kind of a busy, 2 weeks or a week and a half, however that's been. But I'm sure once this kind of dies down a little bit, we'll get a chance to spend a little more time with them. But it's been a lot of fun to this point.
One of your first acts was to actually get on a plane and fly to California to go to Bosco to see that game. How important was that to lock up your quarterback, to make clear that the plan is in place here?
Well, I think that Pierce Clarkson and that crew on that football team are really good football players. They've been a big part of this recruiting piece even before I got here. You could tell they really love this university and want to help this school win football games and do it at the highest level. So we want to get out there and see the whole crew, watch them compete, watch them play, get around their families. It's a lot of fun. We had a really good time. We spent 2 days out there and really got to see as many people as we possibly could, and really enjoyed it. And, these guys are excited. I think they've helped this recruiting class get better by the work they've put in. So we're thankful for that. But we're excited to get them here. A lot of these guys are going to get here early in January and be a big part of spring practice.
Yeah, Jeff, I think it's a compliment to you and the recruiting job of others that so many guys were trying to get your guys to flip. And, a lot of guys are wanted by other schools, and that didn't necessarily happen with a lot of the top guys. Madden Sanker is a guy that I talked to. I have to ask the question, and he said he was there and he loved it and he's locked in. And how important was this last weekend to just get guys on campus, get them around your guys, around yourself, and just kind of really just bond a little bit?
Well, that was the priority, is to making sure that we got in front of these young men and their families. They got a chance to just meet us and talk to us and see what we're about and what is our vision and how can we help them achieve their goals. And there's one thing about me and recruiting and our staff: we're going to be genuine and honest. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, then there's a better place, and that's where we want them to go. So I think we relay that to them. We got a chance to be around a lot of these guys, just like you mentioned, Madden Sanker, Luke Burgess, 2 really good offensive linemen that we love. They just love football. They love to compete. They'll be a great addition to this program, but a lot of really good football players. We got a chance to, this past weekend had almost 27 prospects and their families on campus with a short staff since a lot of our guys have stayed back. And so there's a lot of work to do. Our players were gone at the bowl game, and it was busy, but we enjoyed it. And we were happy to get around all of them as much as we could. And we're looking forward to kind of continuing that relationship as they get here.
Talk to me a little bit about that philosophy of saying, we want you here clearly, but if you think something else is better, then go pursue it. Because 1, you don't want them to second guess, and 2, you want guys that want to be there, right? I mean, is that the idea?
Well, as a former player myself, and even a lot of our coaches, we want to do things the right way. I mean, yes, I know there's a transfer portal now, but we want these guys to get the decision right. And, we tell guys all the time, if you really want to be a difference maker, we think we have a great plan for that. And we've had that everywhere I've been, from Rondell Moore, David Bell, George Karlaftis. All those guys could have went anywhere in the country, and they chose to come play for us. And their first year, they were All-American, or they were breaking records, and they were really making a difference. So we think we have a good plan for it. And obviously the team consists of a lot of different players and personalities, but difference makers are important. And if you want to come to the University of Louisville, make a difference, get on the field early, make a statement, put your name out there right away, I think we got a great plan to do that. And so those guys are excited. I think we have some really good players that are great leaders, that have won championships. Their football teams were very good. They've competed at a high level in high school. So I think they'll be ready to go.
2 guys who are really supremely talented on defense that I think you're going to get a lot out of: Adonijah Green, Stanquan Clark. Keeping those guys locked in, how important was that? And getting those guys on campus to start the process here?
Well, without question, we feel very good about our defensive list of prospects that committed to the University of Louisville. Definitely Stanquan is a tremendous middle linebacker. I mean, really athletic. He can run the field. He can hit. He can tackle. He's smart. He loves football. He'll be a difference maker for us year 1, without a question. So excited to be able to land him. AJ has been committed to the University of Louisville for a long time. He's long. He's athletic. He played at a high level of football, getting to state championship games and competing against the very best in the state of Georgia. Great personality. So we got a chance to know him and his family. So those two can really do a great job. AJ's got to continue to fill out and gain weight, but boy, he's got great length and athleticism. So we're excited about it.
There are different philosophies when it comes to the portal. It's a part of the reality of recruiting now. What's yours? Is it load up on it? Is it find pieces that you need? What is it for you?
Well, I think, the portal is what it is. We have to adjust to it, and these young men can transfer whenever they want. So it's going to continue to be active, from here until, you don't know when.
Yeah.
But every year we're going to evaluate our roster and make sure that we make additions that we think can help our football team win. And, with the portal now, it's 365 days a year pretty much where guys are either in it or just got in it or they can stay in it, because some guys go in it and they get stuck in there. So it's going to be a constant evaluation. You got to make sure you piece this thing together where you have enough veterans on your team that have played football. And sometimes you can watch these young men either play at a good program or maybe a smaller division of a program. Still, they can have success if they've competed and done a good job on the field. So we want to be active and make sure that, anybody that we think can help our football team win, we want to add.
Your best quote ever is from the XFL, Jeff. And I just want to say it to you just to ask you about philosophy. And you said, do I or do I not currently have a pulse? Yes, I do. Let's play football. That's awesome. That worked at your previous stop, that tough Midwest personality. Is that what you're bringing to Louisville? Is that what Louisville fans should expect?
Well, I think I know a great deal about this program and the history, and we want to be about substance. We want to be about competing really hard, and you work real hard, you train, you game plan, you do all those things, but in the end, we try to simplify this game for our guys. And I just think that it comes down to this, that you've got to find a way to play harder than the other team. I mean, people can visually watch that. And when they watch on TV or in the stadium, which team is playing harder? So we have to find a way to win that battle. Then you have to find a way to play tougher than the other team, which means, things aren't going to go your way. You're going to be down. You're going to be losing. Are you going to hang in there? You're still going to play hard. So that means playing hard even when things aren't going well and finding a way to just constantly keep that edge. And then you got to play smarter, which means you can't get a lot of penalties. You got to know the assignment. You got to know what you're doing when you're on both sides of the ball, and you got to be able to communicate. If you can win those three battles every game you play, you can beat anybody in college football. So those are the things we work at. It's important that it's a visual where people can see, is this team smart, tough, and do they play hard? So those are the things I think we still got to concentrate on, and making sure that, yes, we evolve and we try to find ways to be creative and make big plays, but it comes down to the base backbones of the game of football. We want to try to be good at it.
Great. That is new Louisville coach Jeff Brohm. Jeff, thanks so much for joining us today.
Okay, thank you, Adam. Have a good day.
All right.